Okay, this cook is going to be a low and slow brisket. What we've got here is a whole packer. It's got the flat and the point meat on it. You can see this seam here. That's where the separation is. This one's about 9 pounds. I've already trimmed it down and took off all but about 1/4 inch of the fat on the top. You got to watch this one close because it's a real hard cook. It's all of 3 ingredients. A lot of people get crazy with them and do all kinds of nuts stuff with it, but we're going to do 3 ingredients. We're going to marinate it in Moore's marinade overnight. We're going to rub it down with steak dust, Durkee steak dust. You can get it at Sam's Club. And we're going to put a little bit of wolf rub bold on it. We're going to throw it on the cooker at 250 and let it go, and it'll take about 6 to 9 hours. Just let it go low and slow. That's all there is to it. So get it in a 2-gallon bag with a bottle of Moore's marinade and let it sit overnight. Alright, there it is. It's in a 2-gallon bag. It's got about 1.5 bottles of Moore's in it, maybe a little more. Just barely fit in there. But as you can see, the marinade's not quite over the top of it, but just let it sit in the fridge overnight, at least 12 hours, 24 hours preferably. You got to flip it a few times so that the marinade gets incorporated on both sides, and then it'll be ready to rub down and put on the grill. Okay, here's the brisket after it's been in the marinade all night. It's been flipped once so that both sides are exposed good to the marinade. Now it's ready for the first coat of spices or rub. We're going to use some Durkee steak dust for the base. Just get you a good even coat. I mean, where you can't see the meat. All over it. I've done this countless times, so I'm telling you it works. You can deviate if you want to, but if this is your first time around, I can almost guarantee you it's going to work as long as you cook it properly. As you can see, I'm just covering the meat slightly where you can't see it. Just get a good light coat on there like that. Basically leave it alone. I'm also going to add some wolf rub to the top of that. This is a buddy of mine on the web that I order some stuff from. Got lots of good seasoning. This is his own stuff. He makes a bold and a regular wolf rub that's really good. Plus he sells all kinds of other stuff. Primo grills, smoking pellets. I just bought a load of those from him to try those out. Thermometers, all kinds of good stuff at wolfrub.com. So give him a try. Just same thing here. We don't want to go as heavy with the wolf rub, but just give it a nice dose as well, and it'll work with the steak dust to form a good crust on here. I don't worry too much about a smoke ring. Some people do. I don't. Don't seem to have too much luck getting one in my Primo, especially with a water bath in there, which I always use. Seems to keep the briskets and the pork butts moisture, stabilizes the temperature. So there's a good coat there. Just pat it in now. And we're going to let it sit like this until the cooker's ready. It's already been lit. Got some hickory and some cherry in there with the D plates in place for indirect. I'll throw a big hotel pan on top of that, throwaway kind, with the remainder of the marinade and some water in it to humidify the chamber once it gets going. And I think just for grins, I'm going to add some of this rub I made last night for the chicken we had. And it's just a mixture of chili powders and coriander and cumin and salt, a little brown sugar, few things like that we'll just add in for a third base. I said 3 ingredients. If you count the marinade, this would be 4. Of course, it's up to you. I've done them with just the steak dust and they turn out tremendous. So that's what you want to do. That's definitely, I've won a 8th place contest spot using just the steak dust and the Moors. So that tells you anything. That's a good recipe. So it's up to you. You let this sit and it will soak in and get wet from the meat juices. By the time your fire is ready to go, we'll bring it up to about 275 or so, maybe a little higher. That's higher than the target temp of 250, but when you throw all the water pan and the meat in there, it's going to suck that temperature right back down. So you want to get it up a little bit higher so it can recover quicker. So we'll leave it here for now. The next time I see you, we'll be out at the grill fixing to load this thing up, and I've got this on this pan fat side down. We're putting the seasoning on the bottom of the brisket right now. Alright, as you can see, I've got the D plates in there, smoking wood's in. Put my water pan in. It's got a little bit of the marinade in it and a gallon of water. We'll put our cooking grates on and get alright. You can see the brisket over here. We got the rest of our rub and stuff that we're going to put on once we flip it on to the grill here. So let's get it on. Pick it up off the pan. Pat your rub in there one last time. Maybe rub it in a little bit. Kind of get it sticking. Take it on. Lay it on the grill. Make sure it's over your water pan good. Now we got to dust it with the steak dust. Like inside, you get a good coat on here. Get a good crust. Saw it part. Smoke is hard to deal with right now. Hard to see through. Going. Smell like smoke the rest of the day, but it's worth it. About here 9 hours from now, it's going to be black gold on this grill right here. Alright, got a good coat of the steak dust on there. Let's add our wolf rub. Melt right down into that meat. And I'll throw some of the stuff I made last night on here just for good measure. Not a whole lot, just a dusting to get a little bit of chili flavor into it. Okay, that's what she looks like, ready to go. Have to close the lid. And today I'm going to show you how to use a barbecue guru. It's a computer-controlled fan that'll regulate the temperature in this cooker to 3 degrees. So that's coming next. Alright, as you can see, brisket's looking pretty good. The alarm just went off, so it's time to pull it off. Take it inside and wrap it up. We've got some eggplant going here that'll finish up probably 30 minutes or so. And got some hot mustard potato salad going, so it's going to be a good meal. That's one gorgeous piece of meat. That's going to be some awesome eating right there.